Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 32nd Annual Sedona International Film Festival. I'm your host, Carol Kahn. We are coming to you from our media studio at Yavapai College and would like to thank all of our sponsors, especially Mercedes-Benz of Northern Arizona. And as we begin our day in the media room, I'd like to introduce to you Ken and Pepe from the film Disco Beats. And we were just talking briefly right before that we started. And Pepe has been to Sedona how many years ago?
About 30 years ago.
About 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And are you both in Palm Springs or?
In the Palm Springs area.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And is this your first time in Sedona?
This is much like Pepe. I drove through maybe 30 years ago and made a mental note, I need to stop in Sedona. And subsequently moved to California and had never gotten back. So we're super grateful that we were accepted to the Sedona Film Festival because it gave us a good excuse to come visit.
Right. And I guarantee you'll be back sooner than 30
yes,
years.
I promise you. Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about the film. It's a very cute film. I will tell you that throughout the film festivals that I've done in the past, there's always a film that makes me cry. And I cried. So I'm just going to tell you I cried. It was tender. It was a very tender moment crying. So, but I'm very sensitive to that. So, so tell us a little bit about the story.
Well, I appreciate you crying. I hope it was a good cry.
Yes.
It was intended to be. I met with our producer, Stephanie Bell. About a year and a half ago, and I sat with her. I wrote this script. It was paying homage to my Uncle Lou and his wife Gloria, who taught me a lot of life lessons. And my Aunt Gloria grew up in the Motown era. She loved Donna Summer. She introduced me to disco music, so I kind of married the two concepts when I wrote the film. And I sat with Stephanie, and the first thing I told her, I says, we need to get Pepe Serna to do this part. Because unbeknownst to me, Pepe lived with about a half an hour from my house. I saw him doing an interview promoting his book and a documentary about his life. And when I wrote the script, I thought no one else could play this part. So Stephanie assured me that we would get Pepe, and here we are today.
Oh my goodness. So we're going to take a look. Let's take a look at the clip, and then as soon as we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about it.
Hey, I teach people to dance.
Exactly.
1, pick your feet up. 2, he can barely move.
He's 85, baby. What do you expect?
Have you ever had a lesson before?
No.
Have you ever danced?
No.
I'm gonna show you something.
16 years.
What's the secret?
I love this film.
We do too. We had a great time.
It's really sweet. It really is. And you do such a great job in it. I love the character Lou that you play, and it's just so heartfelt, at the very, I don't want to give away the ending because it's just so beautiful. It's well done and beautiful, and it just it brings me back to, connections, right? And reconnections, and always wondering if that really takes place after. So when you put the film together, when you were thinking about it and writing it, and you said it was about, you were influenced by your aunt and uncle. Did you think about those kinds of things, to touch on, and wondering if, that happens?
I did. In fact, probably the biggest challenge I had after I wrote the script was I didn't want it to be overwrought. Of course, there's a wonderful message in the film, and it was a challenge. It was a tightrope for the actors as well. Certainly Pepe and all the other actors in the film. There's a fine line between playing maudlin, and if we did, it would completely give the ending away, which I'm certain that's what you responded to. It wasn't. It wasn't forced. It was earned.
Yes.
And certainly, I mean, Pepe, of course, was the lifeblood of the film, and he made it happen. I knew as soon as you saw him on screen, if you could fall in love with him and go on his journey, then there would be a wonderful payoff at the end.
Yeah. I think what's interesting is watching the film just from my perspective. It's like your character at the very beginning, it's sort of like, you just didn't want to like the character.
Mhm.
Right?
Yes.
It's just like
Yes.
that. And then you redeemed yourself. So, so I'm going to say that.
No, absolutely. It was actually a concern as well. I showed this, of course, a few people. I showed them the script, and they said, your character, Ken, is very unlikable at the beginning, and I understand that. And there was a tightrope as well. But again, if you bought into the circumstances of the story, then I was hopefully redeemed
Yes,
in the end.
Absolutely. And Pepe, tell me a little bit about your career and your background. You have a book that's filled with amazing storylines in there, as well as art and acting. And you also just told, so in the film, there was a segment in there about, your wife and stuff like that. But you told me such a beautiful story about coming to California and meeting your wife for the very first time. How long did that take?
And within the first 24 hours of landing in Hollywood, I was taken to my wife's door. And I've been in captivity ever since. Which is very lucky because I was born a feminist. So I got a woman that was at the top of the rung. A Scorpio and a snake that was going to tell me how to do what I needed to do, which I needed because I'm still a dreamer. I've been an actor since I was 3, and it's always been, my real name is Pablo Alfonso, but my brother couldn't say baby, so being from Texas, I was either Pepe or Pee-Pee. but that was Pepe, but in Texas it was Pepe, so I've always had all this energy, and I think a lot has to do with how we let give people just a smile and let them be that. You can get somebody out of the doldrums. And my favorite thing to do is teach improvisational workshops and teach people how to connect, communicate, and collaborate. Not to teach them how, just to give them the key to so they can open up their own door. And one of the things is, I'm the day before I started this film, I started my first chemo session for this trip around the cancer world, and cancer is I don't think about it. It's not bad. It just is. Life is, and however you take it, and if you can, I always, my younger brother always gets mad because I tell everybody my IQ is only 69, so I don't have to think about too much. I'm just out here in la la land,
Just enjoying life.
enjoying life, and he said, that's self-deprecating, don't do that, he's a scholar, so. But on the way home, the first day I met Ken, you can tell the rest of the...
Yeah, this is actually a testament to who Pepe is as a man. I was in the car with him, and Pepe, he had his phone on speaker, and his doctor called and said, please come to the office right away. Not tomorrow, but today. That was the day Pepe found out he had cancer. This was, mind you, excuse me, about 2 to 3 weeks before we actually started filming. And of course, my immediate impulse was, Pepe, you obviously, you can drop out. I completely understand. He was insistent from that moment that he wanted to play the part, one, because he was committed to the project as a professional, but secondarily, most importantly, he thought that it would be important for people to understand that just because you have cancer, your life doesn't stop, and it's important to fight through it. And we're certainly not sharing anything that's private. Pepe posts his treatments when he's on Instagram, and he wanted everyone on set to know, hey, I'm fighting through this, and I can continue living my life. And you watch the film, it certainly plays right into the narrative.
It does. It's amazing.
of
And
the
I
story
come
we're trying to tell.
from improv. So the last segment, Blame, which I want to see so bad, and I told him I have an alternate title for it. It says, be lame, blame. and that's part of the thing is like, we're going through the cancer thing, but what's one of the most important things about a film festival? How does a film festival happen? The sponsors. And I'm a big proponent of when you go to a sponsor and let them know that you appreciate that they are sponsoring the film festival, because that gives the film festival the opportunity to bring us in and pay for our hotel, get our hotel rooms, and do all that for hundreds and hundreds of people that come into a community like Sedona. Has got to be one of the spiritual vortex of the world, isn't it? I mean,
Yes.
that's where one of my first movies was in Santa Fe, and that has the spiritual vortex as well. And that's where I became a painter. And anyway, so
Well, that is wonderful. And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
81,
81. God bless you. And
But he's 16.
Yeah.
Inside.
13.
I feel the
Really.
same way. I act like I'm 25, but
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
tell anybody that. I'm really 26, but that's okay. And how long have you been married?
I've been with my wife for 57 years, but married 55 years.
Awesome.
But
Awesome.
I told you I was a feminist. One of the big things about this film is that our producer, her grandfather and father were both generals.
Oh, wow.
And I love that, because I think that the world, I know that the world is going to change because women are finally going to be listened to. I don't understand the chauvinism. I mean, we all had mothers. How could anybody put a sister or a wife or anybody down when they were raised by a mother, who were suckled by a mother? I mean, how does that even make sense?
Right.
So anyway,
Amen.
that's
Yes.
hallelujah.
Well, you're a
Amen.
beautiful soul. And Ken, tell us, where can people see the film during the film festival?
We actually had a wonderful screening last night, our first one, and we have another one Tuesday at 1 p.m. at the Harkins Cinema. We're in the shorts block number 2, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
Awesome.
and one last thing. The documentary, Life is Art, can be watched on Amazon or Apple. And my book can be gotten at pepeserna.net.
I love that. I love that. And also, do you have a website?
We do. Actually, probably the easiest way on Instagram, we have our handle is Disco Beats Movie.
Awesome.
That's the best way to follow us. We have a few more festivals coming up. We've had a great run. We have a few more coming up that we're going to actually be announcing in the next week or so. But
Well, I can't
it's been
wait
a
to
wonderful time.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more. You have been such a delight. It's been such a pleasure having both of you here. Thank you. And I really want to take a look at your book. So,
Okay.
so I'll have to do that. And don't forget to continually watch us on YouTube, where we'll have all our filmmaker interviews. So just keep watching and stay with us. And thank you so much
Thank
for being
you.
with us.
Thank you, Carol.